This is Joe's Corner 76. I'll be commenting on the human condition. In order to change it, we have to be engaged. Canada, Dejavu. We have just gone through an unnecessary election that, after spending $610 million, basically we got the same results. You must be having a feeling of deja vu. This got me to thinking about the general election, how we do it, and what results we get. First and foremost, I am really pissed off with 20% of the electorate deciding how this country is run, deciding our economic, cultural, security, and place in the world. We only have about 66% of the people voting, and that vote is split between the main four parties. So we really don't have a majority deciding our fate. The party that gets the most votes out in the riding wins a lot of them. That is why a majority of the minority governs. In the last two elections, the Conservatives won the popular vote, but were put in the position of official opposition. This meant your vote is largely indicated because of our electoral system that states the number of seats is dictated by who got the most votes in a riding. If a party gets the vote out in a particular riding, they stand a good chance of winning the riding. The Liberals are great at this. The next step is to concentrate on the geographical areas of the country that have the most seats. Winning enough seats in this area means the party stands a good chance of forming a government. Hence, 20% of the voters run this country, and those who vote otherwise are put in the position of the official opposition. This means your vote is largely negated because of our electoral system that states the number of seats is dictated by who got the most votes in a riding. The Liberals are superb at this. They have targeted ridings based on immigrants who came to Canada under the Liberals, and they continue to vote Liberals. The Conservative Party needs to target all these ridings and show clearly we welcome them and that we have answers for them. Electoral reform would be where Canada replaces its traditional system of voting, where the first in a race wins, with a proportional system of government. Here, the number of seats would be allocated according to the proportion of votes each party has. Under this, the Conservatives would have had a majority. The Liberals promised electoral reforms in 2015 when running for election, but they dropped the idea once they won the election. This is something the Conservatives should consider in the future, or the Liberals could revive it. But in the meantime, the Conservatives have to work under the present system and change their approach, or we will most likely experience deja vu again. I already see the long knives out to get rid of Aaron O'Toole. The Liberals want this because it keeps the Conservative Party in disarray and not united. O'Toole is a solid asset who represents the type of candidate who presents a competent leadership image and who has the essential background to lead the party. The first thing O'Toole has to do is fire all of the advisors he has and get some new blood who can provide fresh insights as to where the party stands. Secondly, the party needs to go back to an agenda that addresses conservative values and states we are not liberal clones. Let everybody know that conservatives stand for free speech, a free press, and that they will repeal any laws that restrict these. There are a number of key platforms that the conservatives need to keep stressing over and over again. Don't let the liberals use any excuse they can because the platform was not clear and consistently preached. Remove interprovincial trade barriers so our economy can grow. Make the point that people want well-paying jobs, not handouts. Show the conservatives value individual initiative, not state handouts. Show that the party values private entrepreneurship, not state-sponsored industries. We want investments that produce jobs and paychecks that can pay taxes, not government-sponsored socialism that just takes money to buy off votes. Tell the Canadian people, you know that governments take money and they don't make money. Make sure the public knows and you know it's their money and you will use it wisely and be accountable to them for it. State that no politicians are elected to be for themselves, but rather they are servants of the people. Clearly state a position on the energy sector that is clear and achievable. State clearly the way the party would combat climate change, set an achievable goal that can be reached, and a plan that is fully costed and takes into account the real cost to society. Remind Canadians that fossil fuels are here until 2040 or longer, and that we have to provide the world with these. We produce the cleanest energy in the world, and our huge reserves of natural gas can be used to replace coal, since it produces half of the emissions that coal does. Call out the worst polluters like China and tell them to get on the emissions reduction bandwagon. Tell the population that the resource sector provides economic benefits that fund our social and health programs, as well as providing good jobs for many, and in particular, our Indigenous population. State clearly that there has to be a balanced budget and that the way to achieve this is through cost cuttings, promising realistic programs that are fundable, tax program to encourage investment to produce taxes, and perhaps somewhere along the line, tax increases. The Conservatives need to keep up their hard line on China. No to Huawei. No to Chinese firms purchasing key Canadian industries. No to Chinese purchasing agricultural land. No to joint research programs. And no to China pressuring Canadians of Chinese origin. We need to begin making trade deals with the Indo-Pacific region. This will offer us a trading partner to offset China. This is going to be the next huge growth area. We need to renew our relationship with our main allies, since we need their help in us being able to defend ourselves. Our military must be properly equipped to play their part and to show a strong presence in the north to counter growing Russian and Chinese encroachment. May our foreign policy again be respected by the world. Tell Canadians exactly how the gun violence and illegal handgun issue will be handled, and that the weak laws the Liberals have will be made stronger. The Liberals stand for nothing but the opinions of the Trudeau cult, since they appear to have no one with the guts to take them down. I don't think a leadership now makes sense. The Liberals want it, so no one is talking about the Conservative platform. If you want Dejavu again, go for a leadership change. But if you want the Conservatives to win, unite the party, target key ridings, and get the vote out. It's your choice. You may not agree with me. Let me know. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Joe's Corner 76. You can hear me on Anchor, FM, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcast, Breaker, and YouTube at Joe's Corner 76.